back at the Campbell Woods doing some bass fishing on the high tide, and it's a little slow. I was on the pier there, but that fishing boat came in and I didn't want to interrupt their trade, so we got out of there. And we've got 2 rods in the water. Hamish has been in a couple times for a swim. Forgot my rod holders, but that's okay. Can always make one up. This looks like it's heavily used at night. I heard this is a hot spot. You can see there's a campfire here, so it's a perfect location. Gravelly kind of bottom, full of crab and bait fish. So we'll see how far we get here. This could be slow, but I think the nighttime is the best time to be here, I think. On a high tide. I'm gonna definitely try this one. My brother-in-law's coming in a couple weeks, and he's never bass fished. He's read about it. He's a big fisherman. It's his dream is to catch a striped bass. So we'll see how that works out. Beautiful day. It's gonna get up to about 29 Celsius, which I think is in the high 80s, low 90s Fahrenheit. A nice little St. Mary's Bay, little fishing villages all around here. I do a lot of harvesting of oysters and mussels in the bay. And oh, I can see bait fish on the top. Look at that. Just breaking water there. You can see them. Just breaking water. And that's what the mackerel are chasing. And that's what the striped bass are going after, the mackerel. And the crabs. I reckon that if you put a bait out for crab, anything, any kind of cut up fish, that you would have a bucket full of crabs. And I'll have to check the regulations on that, but some of the crabs here are invasive. They're nuisance crabs. There's too many of them, so you would have a nice pot for a bisque, I'm sure. Check in a little later to see how I'm doing here. Can't beat this. Retired on the East Coast. I gotta get out golfing. That's the next thing. I've been putting that off. We're gonna do that soon. Well, we're back at the shore. 33 degrees Celsius. That's somewhere in the low 90s, mid 90s. Game is stretching out there on the St. Mary's Bay side today. Oh man, it is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. A nice family there. Kitties. Here till about, I reckon, almost 4 o'clock. We used to laugh. We wouldn't get here till 3 with oh my goodness. But it's so hot. If you're doing other things, it's hard to do. I'm just glad I got out. I almost didn't come, but I'm going to go in the water one more time with Hamish. It's so good, that salt water, for your knees and hips and your bod. So one more dip. Welcome back to the Campbell Woods in the back laneway. Doing some birding. I think there's an owl. In here. The last 2 days, the crows have been going crazy. Just making slight chirps. Slight barking in there somewhere. I gotta get some fly on me. It's kind of buggy. We've had a couple of days of rain here. So cousin up there, he's watering up the apple trees that we planted, and we grafted and planted up in front of the potato field. So we're gonna go to the backfield today and do some birding. Cam day. No winds, but we needed this rain the last couple of days. This should get the mushrooms going. Haven't had any chanterelles yet this year, so we gotta go to our patch and pick them up. That would be good. And you can see our hydrangeas have exploded here. Just about ready to blossom. Put some hostas from the cottage in here. Perfect timing. It was a little bit hot, 40 degrees Celsius with the humidex. But those 2 days of rain have really helped. There's one I planted last summer that's come up. I've forgotten about it. It's a beautiful hostas. Thank you to Julie and Jennifer for donating them from the cottage. Pan around the farmyard. Go back and get some dope. Not that kind of dope, fly dope. Get in the car here, the truck. See what we can get. Here's my license plate. This is not a registered license plate. There it is there. We found a bag of them in my grandfather's shed. They disappeared, and then when they were taking it down, I went out at lunchtime, and thank goodness, because they would have been scooped up and taken to the dump. That's a very old plate. We'll get in the truck here, and we'll continue on with our walk on this beautiful day. And the work on the potato field continues. They're spraying today, and Hamish is not liking that. Hamish! Back! Back! Back, Hamish! Good boy! Good boy, Hamish. Good dog. Stay out of those fields for a couple of days, I guess. Well, we're doing a little DIY today. We're getting the shanty shed floor stained. It's been in here, I think it's a year. Maybe it's the roof was a year, and the shed, well, the deck was a year, but the roof was put on last summer, I think is what we're doing. We're putting on some Thompson water seal, so it's good for 4 years. We put it on the main sun deck there, and it really repels, beads off any type of water, moisture. So I give it a thumbs up so far. Well, this one seems to be going on easier than the first coat on that big deck, sun deck. So I don't know whether it's because we're in the shade here. Anyway, we're almost done. I'll get some pictures when we get it finished.